Hello, my name's Rachel and I am here today to do my birthday book haul because yeah, I'm back in England right now and it has just been my birthday last week and I asked for a lot of money for books and then I spent all the money on books. So I'm going to do a book haul of all of the books that I got for my birthday today and then two other things that were like kind of bookish. And then at the end I have like some little things that were also bookish. So I'm going to go through all the books that I got for my birthday. I'm firstly just going to mention quickly that I did get this mug, which is a little Harry Potter mug. I'm scared because it's got very hot tea in it, but that's exciting. I can't drink any of it yet, it's too hot. And the other thing that I got that was like a bookish thing is this bookmark, which has a little R on it, and then on the other side it has a little key, and you just like put it through the middle of your book and it like dangles out on each side, so that's really cool. And yeah, this is the first book. It's the book I'm currently reading. It's the book the bookmark's in, and that is Overshare by Rosie, which I'm currently reading. I know it is Victober and I am taking part in Victober, but I knew that while I was home I was also going to read some books that I got for my birthday because I just got a shitload of books, so I'm fine that I did that. I'm just over halfway with this and this is really great. This is by a female couple on YouTube called Rosie, who I've been watching for years. I love their channel and it's just really nice to see a happily married female couple because there aren't a lot of those in media or popular culture. So I've been reading this and on Thursday I'm going to see, there's like a special screening of the documentary and they're doing a Q&A and a book signing and all of that stuff, and me and my best friend are going and I'm so excited. So I'm finishing this by then. So that was one of the books that I got. And then the next thing that I got was The Outsider by Stephen King. This is Stephen King's new book. I feel like this is going to really offset the light of my face because it's so orange, but we'll see. So this is more one of his like crime thriller suspense type books, I think, more than his horror books. And this is basically, there is a little boy who gets killed, I think he's like 11, and the little league coach in the town is pinpointed like 100% through DNA and fingerprints and all that stuff as being at the scene of the crime. He is the #1 suspect, and he also, I think it's saying he has an ironclad alibi, so it's like how can he be 100% the person who did it and also have a completely fixed alibi. So this is really interesting. I'm excited for this. I haven't read any of Stephen King's like crime ones. Like I haven't read the Mr. Mercedes trilogy, so this would be a really good place to start, although I won't be able to read it for so long because I'll be in Switzerland, but whatever, I'm excited to read it when I get back. Next I have some poetry that I picked up. So the first thing is one that I was really excited for, and that is Running Upon the Wires by Tempest. This is Tempest's new poetry collection and I read two of her previous collections. So the first one I read was Let Them Eat Chaos, which I didn't enjoy that much at all. However, then I read Hold Your Own and I loved that. It's one of my favourite poetry collections of all time. It's got so many things that I enjoy in poetry, themes that I enjoy, and just the way that she creates poetry is fantastic. And this one on the back says Running Upon the Wires is Kate Tempest's first book of freestanding poetry since the acclaimed Hold Your Own. So this is in the same sort of format and type of poetry as Hold Your Own, and Hold Your Own was the one I enjoyed, so I think I'm going to really like this one. I don't know that much about it, but I don't need to. I just want to read it, so I'm going to read that definitely before I go back to Switzerland because I'm so excited for it. And then I have two more poetry books that I picked up because they were just small little poetry books that I saw in Waterstones. And with poetry I feel like it's really hard to get to like new people because it's like always certain people at the top of the chart or like certain books that are popular at the top of the chart, so you kind of don't figure out what it is that you like in poetry. So I picked up some books to give them a try because they were like small little ones. So I got When I Grow Up I Want to Be Mary Beard by Beech, which I'm really excited for because I think this is going to be a very feminist collection because it's got Mary Beard in the title and there's a quote from Laura Bates on the front that says one of the powerful voices of young feminism today, and I love Laura Bates. I've read one of her books and really enjoyed it, so that's like a good quote for me. I just thought this was a cool little poetry book to give a try to, and it wasn't very expensive. And the same thing with this one, which I've already read. This is called The Republic of Motherhood and it's by Liz Berry. I think I gave this 3.5 or 4 stars. It took me a few poems to get into this, but there was 3 or 4 poems that I really enjoyed. Like, they were really, really, really beautiful, and the others were just okay. But it was worth it for the really, really, really good ones because they were really good. So yeah, and this is really beautifully published. This is published by Chateau Poetry, and it's like got these little French flaps. Like, it's only a £5 and they've published it so beautifully for the fact that it's not even like costing that much. So that was really cute and I enjoyed that. And then we have the middle ground. So they're all the like books, and then after that it's all graphic novels. But I do have one book that kind of bridges the gap. So this is a book that I wanted for ages. I saw it in Switzerland, but I didn't want a German copy, and it was like 100 francs in Switzerland, and I was like, I'm not buying that here. And so I waited till I came home, and then I found it in Asda and it was only 20 quid, so I was like, yes, bargain, I'm gonna buy it. And it is The Art of Harry Potter. So if you have watched any of my hauls before, you will know that I'm a lover of coffee table books. I have so many art catalogues, and what is better than a normal coffee table book? A coffee table book about Harry Potter. So I'm so excited for this. And this is just loads of like, I hope you can see it, loads of like illustrations and photos and all of that sort of stuff from the film, and it's just so pretty. So I'm really happy that I got this, and it'll just go with my ever-growing Harry Potter collection, which needs to chill but cannot chill because I have to buy stuff. So yeah, there's that one. So then I have all the graphic novels I picked up. I picked up quite a few graphic novels because I got quite a lot of money for my birthday to spend on books, and I was kind of like, number one, I hate that I keep buying books and then I go back to Switzerland and I can't read them. It's happened last Christmas, and it's happened for my last birthday, and now it's happening for this birthday, and it's just like, ugh, I hate it. So I picked up a few graphic novels so that I can actually read some of my books before I go back to Switzerland, because that will then make me happy and make me chill a bit. So the first one I picked up was Pandemonium, which is volume 2 of The Wicked and the Divine. My girlfriend bought me the first volume of this, I think either for my last birthday or the birthday before. She was like, oh, it just sounded really cool and I thought you might like it. And it was pretty good. It was like on the cusp of, I don't know if I'm going to love this or not. I enjoyed the art style a lot. I enjoyed the story a lot, but the story was very all over the place. And it was one of those where it's like, I just want you to like collect it up a bit and then it's going to be really good. So I was like, I definitely want to read the next one to see if they do that or see if it just goes too off the rails and I don't enjoy it. So yeah, I finally got the second one. This is like the art style of it, and oh, that's a cool page. I'm really excited for that one. So I don't think I'll read this one home because I want to reread the first one, but I'm excited to have it. Then the last time that I was home, I'd read Saga ages ago, and then the last time I was home I reread it, and then I read volumes 2, 3 and 4 and really enjoyed those. Really enjoyed volume 3, I remember that. And so I picked up volumes 5 and volume 6 in the hopes that I pick these up soon. Don't know if I will pick these up while I'm home because I kind of want to reread volume 4. I remember what happened, but I think I just remember more what happened in volume 3 because I really enjoyed that one. So yeah, I want to pick those up too. And then I got 2 other graphic novels that I just wanted to try some like new graphic novel series, because I don't read a lot of series but do enjoy some, as long as they're not like, I don't really like Marvel and DC things. That sort of like high action, no character stuff isn't really my bag. So I don't really like things like that. So I picked up I Hate Fairyland by Scottie Young. This is volume 1. And I have read, I think I read about, oh no, I read volume 1. I read like the first part of this and I enjoyed it. It's kind of just like a fun passing the time graphic novel. It's not something that I'm gonna adore, and I don't know if I would pick another volume of it up based on what I've read so far, but I am still gonna finish it. So kind of okay, I guess. I don't know. And then I picked up Snotgirl by Bryan Lee O'Malley and Leslie Hung, and I picked this up because number 1, I love Bryan Lee O'Malley, and number 2, the art style looks amazing in here. Like, oh my god, it just looks so good. And yeah, I've read seconds of Bryan Lee O'Malley and I've read half the Scott Pilgrim series so far and really enjoyed both of those. So this is definitely one that I was really excited to pick up. But I do want to read the rest of the Scott Pilgrim series, and I was going to buy some of it with my birthday money, but they don't have the copies here in England that I get in Switzerland, and I like the Switzerland copy. They're like the colour outside but black and white inside ones, and I couldn't find them in the English shop, so I was like, I'm just going to carry on getting them for Switzerland. and I think I only have 2 more. There's either 6 or there's 7 and I've read 4 of them, so I've not got actually that much left. And then we have the more like standalone graphic novels, which I have actually read a big chunk of. So the first one was a present from my best friend and it's called It's Me, a collection of comics by Marloes Vries. It's really bad that I don't know how to say her name because I've been following her on Instagram for ages. I used to mention her to my best friend all the time because, like I said, follow her on Instagram, like her style, and my best friend is in like animation, illustration type work. So yeah, she just does these like little things on Instagram, and this is like a collection of them put together in a little book. And Gemma got this for me from Thought Bubble, which is like a comic book convention in England, and so she signed it for me and done a little doodle in it, which is exciting. So that was cool, and I've already read this and really enjoyed it. Then I picked up Woman World by Aminder Dhaliwal. Really sorry. This is so good. This was some comedy. I really enjoyed this. So this is about a like dystopian future where all of a sudden men kind of get frozen out of evolution. There's like some defect in women that they can only have female children, and basically men just die out. And so it's all about, I don't even know how to explain it, it's just so funny. There is a grandma in it who remembers men. Everyone keeps saying all these things and she's just like, no, that's not what it was like. And like she has a granddaughter who's obsessed with knowing what men were like, and she like is just so intrigued by men. She finds a video of Paul Blart Mall Cop and is just obsessed with it, and like her grandma's asking her what she wants to be when she's older, and she's like, I want to be Paul Blart Mall Cop. As if it's this like great man. There's just so many things in here. It's so funny. The art style is really cool. It's like simple but also really beautiful, and I really liked all the characters in here, and I would 100% pick up more by Aminder because this is so cool. This is so cool. I loved it. The next thing I picked up was Finding Home, Volume 1, The Traveller by Harry Connor. So this is a book that was a webcomic and was given a Kickstarter and managed to raise enough money to become a proper graphic novel, so that is really cool. And this is all about these 2 guys who are travelling in the woods. This guy is trying to help him get home. There's like a blossoming romance there that is happening, and I'm enjoying it, but it is very slow burn, which is just kind of infuriating, you know, and you're just like, oh my god, just get together, and they don't. Why? It's just a bit annoying. But also it's definitely one that I would pick up the next volume for. It is so well made. Like the cover is just so beautiful, and all of the artwork is literally just wonderful. I love it so much. And there's just lots of like representation of different people, different bodies, different skin, different experiences, different sexuality. Like, yeah, I'm enjoying this, and I definitely want to pick up the next one, even though I didn't give it the highest rating ever, but that doesn't mean that I don't have like a soft spot for it. So this was really great. And then the last thing that I have is one I haven't finished yet, and that is Follow Me In by Katrina Chapman. I've read about 20 pages of this so far. I'm enjoying it, so that artwork's very cool. It's a bit sad so far, and I think it's one of those where she's kind of gonna get enlightened on her travels. But this is basically a woman who, she was an artist and kind of feeling a bit lost, and her boyfriend is a bit all over the place, and I think he's an alcoholic, and she basically just wants a fresh start, and they go on a trip to Mexico and they travel Mexico, and this is like memoir travel graphic noveliness, and it's really enjoyable so far. And from the comic book shop I got it in, she'd obviously been in there recently as well, so there's a little plate in here that's been signed by her, so that's really cool. I've been using that as bookmark. I'm going to be carrying on with this, though I don't know if I will finish it before I go home or if I will just read it the next time I come home, because I really want to reread The 100 Nights of Hero. So we'll see. But yeah, so then I got that one. So they are all the books that I got for my birthday. I could try and pick them up, but I think it's an impossible task. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!